Broadcast Amsterdam.
We want to say welcome to the studio, Cláudia Magaldi from Amsterdam. But you're telling us all about Stoptober, first of all. Can you tell our listeners what it is?
Hello, Kathy. Hello, all of you. Nice to be here. So the idea today is to talk a little about this campaign. I don't know if you already heard about it. Stoptober. It's a national campaign, actually, Kathy, to try to help people to think about what they are doing with the smoking habits, and also helping professionals to motivate people to stop and find ways to try to put people together in the same idea. Like, let's do something together. Let's stop together. This is the main idea of the campaign.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. So it's not pointing a finger at individuals and expecting them to do it on their own, which is great. Would you say that's kind of a Dutch style?
Yeah, that's a really nice point for this campaign here. And for me, as a medical doctor that work with this thematic, it's so nice because it's like putting people together, like, let's do together. I know that's difficult, but if you do together, it can be easier. That's the main idea.
Yeah. How could people recognize that campaign? Have they got posters and things or TV adverts?
Yeah, I don't know if people are listening things and looking at all the social medias. There are like this stoptober.nl. So they are doing a lot of kind of marketing. Also, people explaining about their experiences. That is really nice. They start really 1st of October, like, let's start together, people. So it's like a challenge, you know.
Yeah.
So people are really trying to put this and explain what is going on, how the challenge they are having every day, but also sharing how the difficulties and how the possibilities they have. That's super nice.
Yeah. Do you think it's a particular problem in the Netherlands, smoking?
Yeah. I have some data here from Trimbos Institute that it's nice to bring that apparently every half an hour we have a death caused by tobacco disease related.
Every half an hour in the Netherlands?
In the Netherlands.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Do you think our conception of the Netherlands is such a healthy country?
Yeah, that's a good one. I think it's a healthy country in the sense of people are doing a lot of activities, cycling a lot, and also trying to eat healthy. But still, the smoking is still a public health problem, I would tell.
Yeah. And you have some figures there about the amount of the percentage of the population still smoking.
Yeah, there is a prevalence now around 21.7% in the Dutch society, but they really want to build on, and this Stoptober is a kind of a campaign that wants to keep doing every year.
Yes.
Because their goal, Kathy, is for 2040, instead of 21.7 to have 5%.
Whoa, that's very ambitious, that target.
Yes.
So you're already talking about over a fifth of the Dutch population smoking, which is sounds so high to me. But then I recognise that figure when I see a lot of people smoking, you know, in the street and around and stuff. So to get that down to 5% in, let me think, 20 years.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a really hard work, and we have to do this together.
Yeah, that's true. So what happens in the program then in Stoptober if people see the posters and they want to take the next step? What happens? Do they get put in a support group?
Yeah, what the national program, like the organization around this, there are so many organizations related to this goal, and they have now a group of stop met roken coaches. So really,
stop and met roken. I see.
Yeah, it's a tobacco coaching.
Yeah.
So it's a group of professionals that are really willing to help people to stop smoking. So if you have your house arts, you should talk to him or to her and ask about these possibilities, and probably your house arts will refer you for the closest stop met roken coach to help you.
Cool. And that's good to hear. So that'll be in Amsterdam locally. Are we talking about, there's an army of professionals out there ready to help?
Yeah, and it's something that I think it's a big step for Holland. Also, if they have a goal to reduce this prevalence and also to have what they call a rockvrij generatie. It's
yes.
this is also a kind of a big organization that they do all these activities relate to have smoke-free places. I don't know if you heard about or saw these images of Rockfrei Generati in the playgrounds of children, around the schools.
Yeah.
So really to motivate, especially, Kathy, our new generation, to think and see around that it's possible to live without smoking. That's the main idea. So the big goal also, of course, is help people to stop smoking if they want, or ever also help them to try to modify or to change their way of smoking to be healthier. But the most important is the prevention part. Is really the prevention part. Is to put this the society understand that we can live without smoking around, but of course respecting the people who are still willing and doing.
Yeah. To say it's not an essential part of our culture. I see it in Amsterdam. They're certainly stopping, bringing in more places where they shouldn't smoke, for sure, like you say. I think in some sports places they were stopping it, but certainly not my sports club, that you can still smoke there, which I find really odd that you're involved in, like, I'm playing tennis and then I come off the court and then on the terrace, people are smoking. And I think that's kind of odd, you know.
Yeah, but this, you know, it's nice that you mentioned this, but the possibility is, of course, in the Dutch way of doing, people participating and not being pushed to do anything.
Yes.
But I think, and this is what I see in the future, for this that you just mentioned, people will realize, let's not smoke around here. Let's do differently, especially if it's related to sport activities.
Yes.
It's nice if you can do your sports, finish your tennis lesson or practice and sit to have a coffee or a drink, but don't have to smoke. Because you are smoking passively if there's somebody smoking around you.
Yeah,
and this is also important.
Yeah, passive smoking, absolutely. Yeah. And with the air quality in Amsterdam actually not being as good as it should be for people like asthmatics and stuff, that can be a problem. But that's good. I love the way you say, it's a matter of not being told what you should do by the authorities, but deciding together, coming to a consensus.
Yeah, and it's really like this. If we can discuss in society how we can be healthy, everybody together.
Yes.
Why don't we can follow this track? I think it's a super nice idea.
Broadcast Amsterdam.
Now, Claudia, you are one of these qualified coaches. So, I don't know, have you had anyone approach you yet after Stoptober?
Yeah, last week I got one new patient. That's nice because she heard something about why now? Why not now?
Yes.
And I'm offering these sessions, Kathy. And the nice thing is that now I'm registered as a Stop Mat Roken, so people can have the treatment and also refund from the health insurance. So that's positive also.
Yeah, and I imagine if you're an international and you don't understand much Dutch, are you getting paired with people who are, maybe because you're Brazilian, people who are Brazilian or can only speak English and not understand so much Dutch? Is that also helpful? Yeah,
that's the main idea. And of course, I offer this service for the Brazilian community. I'm having patients from Brazil now. Because I'm offering in a online platform, also because of the COVID situation. Yeah. But it's nice that also I can offer in English. So for the people talking English and then would like to do the session in English, I could help them also. Yeah.
That's quite a big step. Like, as a health professional, how difficult is it for you to come from Brazil and then kind of re-qualify and then get doing your natural profession in a different country, where the language and the whole profession is like in a different language and stuff? Was that hard work? How long did it take you?
Yeah, I can tell you that was hard, and I'm really happy with this achievement. But I studied here in Holland a few years ago at Vrije Universiteit, and I did a master's studies here. And at that time, I did an internship in Trimbos Institute. That's the Mental Health Institute. And when I came back, I contacted them. And then I did a project with them for 2 months. And then my boss told, Claudia, you should take a look on the Stop and Mat Roken coach, because maybe you can go for that. And then I started this process end of last year. And then was took some time, also because I'm a Brazilian doctor with some time of experience. I'm working with tobacco cessation for more than 10 years in Brazil.
Yeah.
And now when I really see the possibility to work with this here, I think, wow, that's amazing. So I start all the process, sending documents, whatever, and they accept. But was not easy, Kathy, also because of the language. Yeah. Because at first there was an idea about my Dutch. I'm learning Dutch. I can understand a lot, but it's not easy to work with this in my field. Yeah. So, but I could explain that I could help a lot of people from the Brazilian community. I could help a lot of people from the expat community. So come on, let's do this. And then they accept, and now I'm in. So I'm really happy.
Fantastic, because think what a waste that would be of all those years of experience and knowledge if the Netherlands authorities did not, welcome you with open arms and think, yes, we need this. So that's really good that you just showed the determination to do that.
Yeah, and I can tell you that I did put a lot of efforts, but I'm really happy of the organizations that did this also, that could listen to me and understand, wow, we should do this also for the community, because it can help a lot of people.
Yes. So that's it for anyone listening who may be from a background where you've got qualifications and stuff like that. The nice thing is that that's a great positive story, that you don't always have to assume that you cannot continue in that profession in the Netherlands. Yeah, and I think this is a really important point, Kathy, because we have so many people, foreigners living here with their backgrounds, and sometimes they are lost. Like, what should I do? Yes. I don't know the language yet, but this is something that I can tell you. Keep doing and keep believing that you can go somewhere. Yes. And then your background with the stopping smoking in Brazil, how does it compare then with the levels of smoking here and the levels of smoking in Brazil?
Yeah, in Brazil now the prevalence is around, depend of the area, because Brazil is a really big country, but it's between 10% to 12%. This is the prevalence of smokers now there. We are in this program of trying to find ways of strategy to reduce the prevalence. From these 10 years I was working there, and it was a hard work, but now we have to keep doing, Kathy, because it's a public health problem. Yes. And people, even if we know that it's not the best for your health to start smoking, people still smoking, and there is a reason for this. Yes. So we have to keep doing our work and helping people, especially for children to not start, and people who are struggling to stop, to find a way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as well, say like October is finished and the whole campaign of Stoptober, can people still contact you for help with stopping smoking?
Yeah, of course. The idea, and I really like this idea to motivate people, let's do now. Yeah. So there is a will to start. So I think October is important for this, but it's for the whole year. So people can decide not now, but start thinking about this now, and in 2 months, now I'm ready to. So I can help them whatever they want.
Cool. So if people want to contact you and find out more, where do they go?
I have my website. They can see there is in English and Portuguese, www.claudiamagaldi.com. And I'm open for talk to anybody. And I offer like a 15 minutes call for free of charge to explain about the whole idea. And then we decide what they want to do.
That's nice.
Yeah.
And the nice thing is most people can claim it back on their insurance. Is that right?
That's the idea. Depends of your insurance. People can do, most of them.
Yeah, fantastic. And then, what kind of therapies do you use? Does it depend on who the client is, I suppose?
Yeah, it's really case a case, but my methodology is based on behavioral cognitive techniques and also motivational interview. It's a kind of technical names, but it's really based on really understand what is the relation of that person have with hers or his cigarette, and try to build on strategies that to not still living with that. So it's really personal, and I try to build with the person a possibility that he or she feels, I can do this, I can go further. There is no like a recipe, It's really individual. Yeah. So, yeah.
So, and do you think it's effective?
I think. People are. I'm working these last years. I tried to build a program I built a program in Brazil, but more for the public sector. And we have a really high prevalence of stopping quitting. Of course, I can't give this data now because I'm living here. But I can tell that I have nice results with the most of the people who go for me. Yeah.
Good one. Well, that's good to hear that Amsterdam and the Netherlands have you in their team for stopping smoking. So if you want to find out more, let's repeat that website, and we'll put a link on our website afterwards in our blog. This is claudiamagaldi.com if you want to find out more. Thank you for joining us and telling us about Stoptober.
Oh, thank you very much, Kathy, for the opportunity, and let's do.
Broadcast Amsterdam.
Broadcast Amsterdam, your local radio station, 24/7 and on demand. Or on broadcastamsterdam.nl.